clipping so bad. Wait, hold up. Okay. Welcome to our Damn it. Clipping again. Welcome to our podcast. So, we decided that instead of doing what we usually do, where we play video games and talk at the same time, since we get way too invested in actually playing the game, is that we would just record a podcast over footage of mostly Malachi playing games. And so this is like our first episode, basically. We're kind of rebranding like the whole channel and kind of coming up with like a new way to film all this. And I think this is going to be cool. And we're here today with my brother Mason, who lives with us as well. And yeah, so we're just going to like start ripping into this shit, I guess. I mean, fuck, I don't know. Dope. Well, yeah, so like I want to start off by saying, so first I want to shout out to our friend Charlie. Charlie like hooked me and Malachi the fuck up yesterday. Yesterday was Malachi's 20th birthday.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, fam.
A little late.
Dude, you know who else? Caleb forgot that it was.
Yeah,
Caleb.
Oh my god, your brother forgot it was your birthday.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking.
No, it popped up on Facebook
all
Messenger.
three of my brothers forgot it was my birthday.
So apparently Facebook Messenger has this new thing called Messenger Assistant. And it's kind of like Cortana, but only for Facebook Messenger. And Messenger Assistant was basically like, oh hey, I'm Messenger Assistant. I'll help you remember birthdays and stuff. Your friend Malachi has a birthday. And I was all like, shut the fuck up, Assistant.
Yesterday, we're like, because we went over to Seattle, we're like on the boat going back home, and Malachi's saying something, or Caleb had like the shittiest day, right?
Oh yeah,
so,
it's super shitty.
Caleb
day.
was working, right?
Yeah.
We were all working.
No,
it was just him.
Me and Malachi did not work. Caleb worked.
We were
Oh,
hanging
you guys
out
didn't
with
wait till... Oh, you're hanging out with your dad.
And
That's
so,
right.
yeah,
Okay.
we get on
So
the
there was
boat,
time
and
limit.
he's just like, we were saying something about how we like went out for his birthday or whatever,
Yeah.
and he was just like, "It's your birthday today?" Like he was just like so like it was like fucking midnight at this point. Like the day had come and gone, and he was like, "I had no idea." But so yeah, I want to shout out to fucking Charlie. Charlie's this dude we knew in high school. So like Charlie, if you're hearing this, like fucking thank you, homie. Cause like Malachi and I are walking down the street, walking up to Caleb, to like while he's at work, we're getting him some like apples or some shit, and we run into Charlie like on the street, like right outside of the cinema. And I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, man? Like, how's it going? And he was like, oh, we just saw Ant-Man. I don't know if he was with his girlfriend or not.
Oh, he was.
Okay,
Probably.
yeah, I've never met her before.
wanna see
We also
Ant-Man.
weren't introduced, so I don't really know. But, like, yeah, I was, like, we were talking to him for a minute, and then he was like, what are you guys doing today? And we're like, oh, we're not really sure. Like, you know, bullshit. And then, like, he's like, I work at Mopop, like, the Museum of Pop Culture.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I can get you guys in for free if you just tell him, like, you know, Charlie's your friend or whatever. Like, Charlie's saying you here, like, you can get in for free.
Yeah, he's told me that before.
Dude, yeah, so he's telling me this, and I'm just like, no. Like, yeah, okay, man.
Like we thought he was completely joking.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, get one. And then he's like, no, for real. Like, if you go in there and say, like, yeah, like, you know, I know Charlie or whatever, like, they'll let you in. And so we're like, all right, fuck it. Like, let's try that. So, like, we meet up with his dad, and then we end up going down there, and we go to kind of like the desk where you like get tickets.
Was he working?
No,
he was
we met him on the street. How would he be working?
Well, I don't know
I mean, he could have had
the
worked
time
later
constraint.
that day.
Yeah.
No,
The
it was
place-
like later in the day. They closed at 7.
It was.
okay.
We got met up with him around like 4.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
He was
They
definitely
closed at
not
7,
working that
yeah.
day. But so
Okay.
like we go in there. This is the fucking kicker. We go in there and she's like, there's a lady that's like running the ticket counter or whatever, and she's like, hey, like how's it going? How are you? Like what can I do for you guys? And we're like, yeah, so we know Charlie, and like he sent us here, said we could get in for free, and it's like me and Malachi and his dad. And she's just like, like what's Charlie's last name? And I'm like, oh, Charlie. And she's like, oh yeah, totally. And is like 100%
like all three of us were like, wait, is this actually happening?
she's like, I'll get you guys passes right away. And like she starts pulling out stickers and like giving, and I was like, holy fuck,
I can't
believe
believe
that
this
worked.
is actually working.
And then so she's like,
The fact that they could afford to do that kind of shows how overpriced the tickets are anyway.
I don't even know if, because doesn't like Paul Allen or somebody run that?
I have
Isn't that
no
like,
idea.
I'm pretty sure he owns everything that's in there, and like I don't even know if he does it for profit. I'm not, because he doesn't need fucking anything, like, money-wise. He's probably set. I'm pretty sure Paul Allen owns this shit or whatever. I don't know.
Are they still doing, like, the horror movie thing? They had, like, the whole...
We didn't see it because we just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah, it's still there. They have, like, the whole sci-fi exhibit, too, and there's...
Well, yeah, the sci-fi exhibit was, like, part of the horror exhibit. They had, like, all the alien stuff and, like, stuff.
That's not there.
That's not there anymore?
It's, like, a whole other... It's unrecognizable. It's totally different.
Yeah.
From when last time I went there when I was, like, 12... It's like 100% different. Like it's not.
But it was like super cool. It was so much fun.
But yeah, so we're like getting the tickets, and then she's like,
"Try this."
While she's like, we're like putting on the tickets. She's like handing them to us, and she's just like, "So you gotta tell me like what's like a really like embarrassing Charlie story."
By the way, wait, you should bleep out his last name when we
do
this because we don't want like.
I think I'm just gonna nod you, just like cut his name straight out, just over the top, right like. Nickelback. Like, that's it.
Charlie Nickelback.
No, just Nickelback.
Yes.
It's not even, whatever. But, like, so, she's,
asking for an embarrassing Charlie story.
That's right, asking for an embarrassing Charlie story. And, Charlie, like, me and him took, like, a pottery class, and this is the story that I told her, is that, like, me and him back in high school took, like, a pottery class together. And, well, you took that pottery class, too, so you, like, know all about it.
Well, I didn't take it with you.
But you know what it is. Like,
yeah.
You've taken it.
I think.
And so, like...
Yeah.
You know that part in the year where after a certain amount of time you have to do your head, a bust of your head?
Yeah, mine exploded.
Yeah, so did mine. Mine fucking blew up like a grenade, like a clay grenade.
I think mine took out a few other people's.
That's so intense.
Not their heads, but just their projects, like little shitty projects that they didn't care about anyways.
Oh, God.
But it was hilarious.
That is hilarious.
All my shit blew up. I didn't get to keep anything. But, like, so, back in high school, he had, like, long black hair, you remember? And he, like, looked like just a total caveman. Like, now he looks pretty suave, but, like, back in the day, he just looked like just a fucking weirdo.
Dude, he was a metalhead.
Sure, I mean, I guess, like, I don't know. If by metalhead you mean, like, literally a caveman that harvests metal ore, then, like, yeah, total metalhead. But, like, I was telling her the story about how he, like, made a bust of himself, and it came out literally just looking like a fucked up Conan.
Oh my god.
And, like, she's just looking at me like, no way. And I was like, no, just bring this up. Like, if you can subtly work into conversation, like, anything about cave people, pottery, just work it, like, over months and months of time until, I don't know, somehow make it a big reveal. That'd probably be the funniest thing ever. Because I remember, like, he was really weird about it and didn't like it. And I think he was self-conscious about the fact that he literally looked like a caveman for a while. And especially that bust, like, it just looked so... caveman-esque. It looks like, have you ever seen pictures of like Wolf the Quarrelsome or whatever, that like Viking? I think he's a Viking, I don't know. He might have been like Irish or something like that.
He was like, Irish.
Super savage looking guy with like black hair and a beard.
What are you talking about? That guy looks like utterly professional.
That guy looks exactly like Charlie's pottery bust.
Jesus Christ.
It was so weird.
I would hire Wolf the Quarrelsome on the spot to do my taxes.
God, that'd be such a bad idea. But yeah, so like we got into the Mopop for free.
Yeah.
And the only thing we couldn't see was the Marvel exhibit, which would have been tight. But
wait, why couldn't you see the Marvel?
You have to pay
extra.
You have to pay extra to see the Marvel exhibit?
Yeah. I think it was like...
Fucking Marvel, man.
I think it was $8 more too.
Is that because Disney owns it?
Probably.
I have no idea, like, why.
But, oh, dude. When we got to Seattle... Actually, this might have been a little bit later, but I was talking to Carter about, like, how I wanted to go ice skating. Which I was dead serious, but Carter thought I was completely joking.
No, he said... Because we were saying the weather was, like, super nice, and we were talking about, like... I was like, man, like, the weather's so good, like, I just want to go to the pool. And Malachi was like, I guess we'll just have to go ice skating instead. And I'm like, yeah, good one. Like, I thought he was just like, like a
What,
joke.
because the weather was warm, or because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Well, you know what? Like, it's like when people... I thought it was like one of those jokes where it's like, oh, they're out of potato salad. Well, I might as well just kill myself. Like, I thought it was something like that. Where it's just like this ridiculous, like, And, so then... After we go to the Mopop, we're outside, and he's talking to his dad, and he's like, Dad, we should go, like, ice skating. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is, like, no, not again with you in the ice skating. And I thought he was, like, joking again, but it's like no, he was, like, dead fucking serious.
Please don't stress.
And he was just, like,
That's yours, that's right.
legit into ice skating, and then his dad, like, is talking to me about how he used to, like, take... Like,
Yeah, we used to go
your
ice skating
sister
all the
or
time.
whatever, like, ice skating.
And, like, the place we went to was, like, super cool because there
the
was
fuck do you go ice skating in Washington?
What?
That sounds like a Minnesota-only kind of sport.
That's the name of the ice rink. It's just called Minnesota only. And you have to, like, when you get to the door, you have to show a Minnesota driver's license. Otherwise, they, like, don't let you in. Oh, God.
Even if it's expired, if you lived in Minnesota at some
You, like,
point,
walk up.
you
Like,
just have to have it.
like, I like to go ice skating with my family, and there's some lady there, like, in full snow gear. Like, oh, you betcha. Like,
Middle of summer.
hands you passes. Yeah, it's like July, and she's, like, fucking in a parka and, like, like one of those, like, South Park kind of hats.
Here's your complimentary jug of maple syrup.
Jesus.
Yeah, I thought it was such a joke. I had no idea that. Little did I know, Malachi and his whole family go fucking ice skating on the reg.
Yeah,
On
it's so
the
much
reg.
fun too. Unless you're first starting out, because like you slip so much, it's hard to keep your balance.
Dude, I remember when I first tried roller skating.
Yeah,
Remember that? Not even roller blading. It was a fucking skate with like the 4-wheel set.
Oh, they're like-
I hate those.
Super chunky, like.
Yeah, you didn't
beginner.
even have to balance on them. Like, you didn't have to keep momentum. You could actually stand there. However, like, going around the rink, the referee, like, it was some kind of weird... There were, like, a bunch of people doing, like, some
referee.
dance thing. No, there was a referee, and, like, I got out, like, a quarter of the way there.
Wait, hold up. They're doing a dance, and there's a referee.
I don't understand what it was. It was like...
people are dancing, and a referee comes up, and is just like... blows his whistle hell loud, and he's like, "That's not dancing!"
No. I think he was there for, like, safety reasons or
Probably.
whatever.
Oh,
But I
so
get like a quarter of the way around the rink,
it's
and
like a
I keep
lifeguard, but for
I keep fucking
roller
falling
rink.
down, and at like I'm a little kid, so at this point I'm like crying and shit, and I try to go back the way I came. Referee comes up and he's all like, "No, you can't go back. You have to go this way only." And I'm like, "Fuck!"
You're like 8 years old, like like laying on the ground, like hands and knees, just like open, sobbing. Like just right there.
That's almost what I did.
And
I
then
just
he comes,
made
like,
my way the
comes
fuck
up to you,
around,
and he's
falling
like-
and crying the whole way.
He rollerblades up to you, and he's like, whoosh, like stops real quick, just like kneels down. He's like, "Hey son, like you doing all right?" And you're like, "Yeah, like I don't know, like I'm really upset.
I
like,
want my mom."
I just want to go home. I want to go back outside." And he's like, "Well, see, that's the thing is, you fucking can't, pussy. How about you just keep going and stop making everyone feel bad,
God damn.
you little bitch."
Holy shit.
Starts tearing into you. He's like, "You clearly don't belong here. You don't belong anywhere. Maybe you should just roll back." And then you start to roll back, and he's like, "Absolutely not!" Like kicks you in the shin. You like fall down again. And then he becomes your rollerblading sensei.
Oh my
It's like
rollerblading.
Step
sensei.
1, Mr. Miyagi. And he gives you all these painful lessons where he like throws skates at the back of your head and like
If you
rollerblades
can
you
dodge.
down a hill. Like he straps
What
you
would
into
it-
skates while you're asleep, and then he like
What would
splashes
wax
cold
on,
water on your
wax
face
off
while you're on the
be?
top of a hill, and he like lets go, and you're awake now, and you have to rollerblade down a hill and try not to die.
What would
Holy-
wax on, wax off be for
Or
rollerblades?
like the rollerblading equivalent. Man, I have no idea. It'd be like some sort of weird, like man, I don't know.
All I have to say is, Mason, if we go ice skating, you best hope they don't like clean up all the scratches on the ice.
Jesus Christ.
Holy hell. Like, the difference is insane because there's just not any, like, grooves from other people.
Yeah, because
like, that you can help balance yourself. Just imagine trying to walk on the ice on a thin strip like this thick. Like,
that sounds fucking horrible.
And, like, you have to get up immediately because people have gotten their fingers cut off because they don't get up fast enough.
Oh, man. Could you imagine? Dude, like, bunch of beginners. It's like...
Ice skating is fucking cutthroat. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
They got, like, the first swim version of like the roller rink or whatever, and you get like the ice rink, and you get everybody out there, but then you also got like the seasoned vets that come there like professionally to ice skate, and you have all these people that are just like tripping all over everything and they can't stand up. And
5 kids lost their fingers.
Just like hands, there's carnage everywhere. Like hands are coming off, like fingers, like blood all over the rink. That'd be so intense.
Somebody's all like, fuck it, we're just gonna paint the ice red now.
They just start like manufacturing red ice.
God.
It's just like millions of melted down otter pops that have been like reconstituted into.
Jesus Christ.
God. That's hilarious.
Kids start like licking the ice, trying to get that tasty otter pop, and then their tongues getting cut off.
When you fall down, like you stick to the fucking ice.
Yeah, it's just like glued on there. And then it's like a game of Saw where like people will just like come by and like start hacking your limbs off and stuff, like with their roller skates. They're like sharpened.
It's like
just like 20 people pass by, but each time they do, it's like right fingertip, left fingertip, right hand, left hand. Just fucking like they keep getting closer and closer. And somebody goes right down the middle, cuts you right in half.
It's like
no, you have to do it by joint all the way through.
Oh my god!
Have you ever watched like I watched a video like like ASMR videos? It was like
you watch ASMR videos?
No, but you know what they are.
Yeah.
So, like, I saw one time that was chopping.
So you do watch ASMR videos?
Not, like, on purpose. This was, like, a video that I came across, and I was like, I gotta see
Wait, so not on purpose. So
No, it was, like, suggested.
You purposefully clicked on it.
Yes.
And you purposefully watched it. You sat there and watched it on purpose. But it wasn't on purpose.
Exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page. So, like, it was a chopping ASMR, which I thought was kind of weird, because, like, chopping gives me legitimate stress, because then I just think about work, and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that.
It depends what you're cutting.
Well, the dude was cutting, like, carrots and, like, onions and just vegetables.
So that's basically fucking weird.
Well, no, it actually sounded really cool. And, like, when they did tomatoes, it was, like, it was nice. But, like, I just picture that. It's, like, some sort of ASMR, but, like, just a bunch of people rollerblading and cutting this guy apart. Just limbs everywhere.
God.
Dude, I wonder if you could change the audio to a Saw movie to make it ASMR.
I saw the most fucked up thing, and it was like, this guy has this channel on YouTube, and it was like Saw films and like Final Destination, a few other things, but it was like Wii background music, like when you first turn on like the Wii, and there's that like weird kind of like I don't know, just happy, calm, like passive tune kind of playing in the background.
Yeah.
And they just like played that over all of the audio for like a Final Destination death scene, and I'm just like watching this, and I'm like, this is so much more fucking morbid. Like, just hearing that music, it's because it's just chill and relaxed, and then you're, like, watching just absolute carnage, just people getting, like, ripped in half and, like, sawn apart.
Dude, what I want to see is, like, the Saw movies with Ed and Eddie fucking theme.
That fucking saxophone. Some guy gets his head cut off, and it's just like... That is so funny.
Oh. They're playing the goddamn opening credits. Bam, 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 bam.
Fuck, that'd be funny.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, man. Some dude's arm's getting cut off.
And it's just like this sawing noise.
Holy shit.
Speaking of fucking Ed and Eddie, like, when I was working at Drifters, that was, like, one of those jobs that I had that was just super boring, and there was, like, nothing to do 90% of the time, so you just come up with, like, really dumb, like, interesting ways to entertain yourself. And I remember this one time, I was looking up shit about Ed, and Eddie, and I went on to, you know Rolf, the guy with, like, blue hair that, like, is, like, a son of a shepherd, or what the fuck he calls himself.
I don't feel like the son.
He has a wiki fandom page, and like
I mean, wouldn't Ed and Eddie in general have a wiki fandom page?
Yeah, but Rolf specifically, his page at the time, I'm not sure if it's still like this, but I fucking hope it is. I'm definitely gonna check this out later. His wiki fandom page is longer as far as information goes than like the Wikipedia page on the Civil War.
Dude,
there's
still
more
not
content.
longer than Optimus Prime.
Yeah, somebody told me that. I've never like looked into it, but they said that like Optimus Prime had like the longest Wikipedia page ever.
I've looked into it. Optimus Prime has a goddamn long Wikipedia
But like
page.
more than like fucking.
It's extensive.
Like more than anything though. Like what if you just looked up the solar system? Like there would be more information about Optimus Prime.
Go ahead, try it. If you look up the solar system, I guarantee the Wikipedia page is not going to be as extensive.
That would be nuts, dude.
It's insane.
That's like...
Like, sure, there's books on, like, the universe that, like, people have written that are, like Stephen Hawking's The Universe in a Nutshell. Of course, that's going to be longer than the Wikipedia page on Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe that sentence just came out of my mouth. But, like, if you look at, like, comparatively, the Wikipedia page for the universe is short as shit compared to...
Probably because, like, I think about that shit, and the only thing that I think of when I hear that kind of stuff is, like, you know, what if one day... And I'm going to segue this into something right afterwards because I think it's so funny. And it's the fact that, like, you know, what if one day humanity inevitably, like, dies out? Like, the last human dies, our species is gone, the only thing left is, like, small remnants of time and, like, just memorials and stuff like that, just things like that that, like...
Sounds like a great fucking day.
Well, just hold up. So, like, picture an alien race.
Yeah.
Thousands of years in the future, after humanity has finally been wiped out, they come to Earth... And they find all this stuff. Like, they find, like, what if they somehow found databases that have all this information on it? And, like, they look at stuff like Wikipedia, and they discover that, like, Optimus Prime had way more information, and people gave way more of a fuck about, like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or anything than they cared about global warming. And then it's like, that makes perfect sense. Like, no wonder they're dead. Like, of course. Like, Ninja Turtles, way more important than, like, wildlife conservation to most people. You know what I mean? Like...
But here's the thing. What if they just thought we revered these as gods?
That'd be even scarier. Well, and that's... Okay,
so
that's what I wanted...
Context with
that's
it.
what I wanted to segue that into, is... I was having a conversation with one of my old guitar teachers, like, way back in high school. And, we had this conversation about... You know, the what ifs of, like, this exact conversation. Like, what if humanity died out and all that was left was just remnants of, like, a lost time, and, like, people just were remembered by the shit that they left behind, like, the stupid shit they left behind. And my thought was, like, you know, what if some alien race discovers us and does not understand the concept of, like, a mockumentary, and so they watch, like, Parks and Rec, The Office, and that's tame, but, like, imagine shit like District 9. They watch, like, District 9 and they're like, who the fuck were these guys? Like, why were they here before us? Like, are they still around? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, and they're freaking out because they, like, don't know the difference, and they think all this shit happened. And, like, think about, like, all the mockumentaries, especially, like, the horror mockumentaries that they've made.
They watched the goddamn opening to, like, Interstellar.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, fuck, Earth has been through everything. Like, wow, they really got their shit wrecked. Like, no wonder they're all dead. Like, man, they just had every page in the book was just thrown out and given to them in the most extreme way. Like, That's the shit. I think that's so funny, like, thinking about that. Because you know what's going to happen. Like, eventually the human race will probably die out. Or at the very least, we will leave Earth. And we will probably leave stuff behind. And then, like, maybe another species evolves on Earth. Or, like, maybe another species comes to Earth and finds all this shit.
Do you think we would completely leave Earth, though? Like, if it came to that, if it came to, like, colonizing other planets and shit, I don't think we would completely abandon Earth.
I think eventually, once we like strip mine it for all of its fucking resources, then like, yeah, we probably won't have any. I think the reason that the human race will leave Earth is probably because like we just exhausted all of its resources. Like the water will be garbage. We won't be able to grow food anymore. It'll be stuff like that. We'll have like polluted the Earth so much
that Mars is just a better option.
Yeah.
Or another planet, whatever that may be.
Fucking Pluto.
I think that like the human race will probably die.
Dude, you can get your more ice skating done.
There's an ice. The Minnesotans have already like taken over, and they're like there. They've developed some sort of like potato rocket. It's like
no, the potato rocket's the Russians or the Irish.
Nah, dude, it's fucking middle America like that. I'm not talking Central America, Latin America. I'm talking the Midwest. Where potato country, you know what I mean?
They make a fucking biodome in there. The only thing growing is maple trees.
Biodome. The maple dome.
We have plenty of syrup.
Oh god.
Come ice skating.
That'd be like, yeah, and then the whole planet is like covered in maple syrup to like insulate it so it's warmer. So then it's actually like hospitable and like the human race can survive there. They've like figured it out. Like the only resources you actually need are maple syrup
using maple
and potatoes.
syrup to terraform.
Yeah, that'd be a Midwest thing. Midwest people, like, it's funny. Like, so what I love about the internet, for the most part, is, like, the people's ability to interact with people that they would never normally talk to.
Yeah.
Mostly being people from different places and cultures. And, I find that shit hilarious because one of the funniest things to me is, like, food. Like, food is so different, even in America, from, like, place to place. And, like, one of the funniest things to me is, like, listening to, like, Southern people talk about food. Because, first of all, I feel like the South is a very, like, food-oriented place. Like, people love food in the South. And, like, the further south that I go, I feel like...
the further you realize that sometimes stereotypes are right.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, the whole, like... that stereotype is so accurate. Just, like, the Southern people, like, just frying everything and, like, buttering everything. Like, buttered rice. Dude, I would have never heard of that shit had I not, like, talked to, like, parts of David's family that, like, and I don't even think they're from the South, but, like, they have to, like, somebody's from the South there. Just talking about, like, buttered rice and stuff like that, or, like, people from the South, like, that's that's, like, white trash, like, Southern food.
Well, and then, like, going to Wisconsin that one time.
Oh, God, dude, the people in Wisconsin, like, this shit is hearty. Like, the stuff, they don't eat, like, salads are not a thing. They don't eat, like, normal people food. They eat, like, the starchiest, fattiest shit. Like, they'll straight up just...
so gross.
We went there because, like, we have tons of family that live there, and they're all, like, such nice people, but, like, how they eat is so awful. Like, we had breakfast one time, and it was literally the most food I'd ever seen. It made Thanksgiving look like a fucking game.
Jesus.
Like,
Bacon, eggs, and sausages? Want some maple syrup on that?
yeah, drenched in maple syrup, like, donuts, pancakes, like, just literally... So our Uncle Al died of like a heart attack when he was like, when he was probably like 50 or something like.
No, he was old.
Not old though, like older.
No,
like,
he was like.
Not. Point being, I think if that dude would have not eaten Wisconsin food, he would have like definitely lived longer. Like that food is so crazy. Like
was he Dad's mom's brother?
I have no fucking idea. I can't remember.
Dad's brother.
I can't remember.
One of the two.
But yeah, I think the food killed him. I think that's what did it. I think that's what did him in was all those pancakes and.
God, that sounds disgusting though.
Actually, it was pretty fucking good.
The taste was probably good, but like...
Oh, it's bad for you, but it was...
Especially since, like, I've been eating way healthier recently. It's just, like... I could barely eat pizza. It's just, as I have 2 pizza boxes in here.
Yeah, you fat fuck.
2 pizza boxes. I can barely eat pizza. You know,
There's like
I
2
scarf
right
them
there.
down
There's
by
like
the box.
little
But I can
Dominoes.
barely do it.
There's those chocolate lava crunch cakes.
Jesus.
There's another pizza box over there.
Eating healthier.
Don't even say shit, homie.
Hey.
You got another. Yeah, there's another one of these fucking lava crunch cake boxes. Oh fuck, that's funny.
What's like the stereotypical food for the East Coast?
Pizza.
Pizza. I feel like that's not right though.
Hell yeah, dude, pizza.
I mean, it's most definitely pizza.
Pizza. For sure. Dude, pizza's so big in like New York.
Well, pizza's big. Yeah, but that's just New York. What about Maine?
Sandwiches, I don't know. Lobster. Fucking
Lobster.
I don't know.
I feel like food doesn't necessarily change by region.
Oh,
But
fuck yeah, it does.
No. Just
100%.
listen.
Look at how much fish Washington
I think
people
it
eat.
changes more by state.
That's what I'm saying. Like, state by state, shit is different. Like,
Well, state by state is different than region by region. Like,
I
we're
don't
the
know.
West Coast, but Washington, like, food in Washington is way different than food in California.
Not really. It's pretty much the same shit. What's different? What's different about the two?
Well, so food in Washington, like, especially around here, since we're, like, where we're living is influenced a lot by, like, Norwegian culture.
Dude, you're talking about like a
Like,
small town.
I am talking about a small town.
Like, look at
But-
Seattle and look
okay.
at LA. The food is the fucking same. Like,
if you
it's
look
not
at
any
like
different.
Pike Place Market, like you won't see people like vending out fish tacos.
How
but I
ill
feel-
would that be though?
But I feel like fish tacos is like a huge thing that like if Pike Place Market were in California, I feel like every other vendor would be like trying to shell out some fish tacos.
Okay, picture this though. You're in California. It's probably a nice day. You're walking around a market in like the bay, and like there's a huge fish market. It's a nice ass day. You can fucking bet they're probably gonna be handing out fish tacos. You come to Washington, you're in the fucking Sound. It's a cold as shit day more than likely. It's probably raining.
Yeah, you're not gonna get fish tacos.
Some
you're just gonna get a
dude-
big ass fucking fish.
Some dude covered in raw fish, like just guts, comes up to you wearing like the full fucking like
The full fisherman's get up.
fish jumpsuit, like that rubber shit that you gotta wear so you don't get like blood
Fucking
stains all
coveralls
over all
and
your
big
clothes.
black boots.
Yeah, it comes up to you and hands you a fish taco. You're gonna freak the fuck out. That'd be so weird. Like, it's just weather mostly. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
honestly,
that's
all
what
it
I'm
is.
saying is like
Washington is such a like. It's not brutal, but like. I imagine like living here back when like, I think about this all the time. Like, when before like Washington was like colonized, and there was just tons of tribes, and especially like the Sklallam Bay and stuff, like that kind of area, like Gamble Bay, like where like the Squamish tribe is, and then like the Sklallam, like where the Sound is and all that stuff, like. Or I'm getting that mixed up. Anyways, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's the whole Sound is there, and like all the tribes like fished around that area. Like, that must have been just been so brutal. Like, you're having to fish constantly in this like cold ass like big water, and like the weather usually sucks. There's like very few parts of the year where it's like nice. Like, it must have been like a really just hard life. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I could even imagine like during like the whole Oregon Trail kind of stuff.
yeah.
When people are like leaving like New York and like the colonies and everything like that to come over here, and like of course it's like winters in that area are shitty as fuck.
Yeah.
But then they're gonna come over here like some of
It's
the
gonna suck
some of the
more.
people go to like California and shit, and they're all like, "Damn, it's nice down here." And then some
What have
people
we
go to
been doing all
Washington,
this
they're just
time?
all like, "The winters aren't as bad, but they're year round."
Yeah. It's like instead of getting one shit dose for like a few months, you just get it kind of drawn out over 9 months. And then you get blistering heat during the summer. That's basically Washington for anybody that doesn't know. Like, you get, it's basically just overcast and cold and just kind of upsetting for like 9 to 10 months.
And we all evolved to be like pasty and white.
Basically, yeah, and then like 2 to 3 months out of the year, it's just fucking hot.
And we all fucking burn and blister
Yeah,
because we're
and then-
pasty and white.
All these fish-bellied Washington people get fucking cooked alive on the streets of summer.
Like the other day,
Like a goddamn
Carter
rig
and
in
I were at the
Arizona.
bus stop, and he was recording a video of the ground, and he puts his. It was like really fucking hot out, and he puts his down on the ground, and he's like,
Yeah, it's like a video, and I send it to Maria, and I'm like filming, and it's like the pavement looks really hot, and so I'm like recording, and I just like slowly take my hand and like press it on it, and it's like, and I'm just like,
Did it actually like do that?
no.
Oh, okay.
I was just making
that'd be
a joke.
insane.
Because it was so fucking hot. Like,
It was
I walked outside for 2 seconds and immediately started just pouring sweat.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking bad.
It was not good. It was so fucking hot. Like, uncomfortably hot. Was not fun for me.
God, I bet you if we went to the road, like it would burn your hand.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, you know, like when people say, like, oh, it's so hot, you could cook an egg on the sidewalk. Like, 100% bet that you could have done it that day.
Yeah, probably. It was really
fucking
hot,
hot.
dude.
I actually saw a picture of somebody, they had like put tin foil on like the like dashboard area of their car, like the top of the dashboard,
Yeah.
and they put cookies on them,
No fucking...
and the cookies fucking baked in
Seriously?
their car. The cookies
You saw
baked
that?
in-
That's real? You saw that shit? That's fucking awesome. That is so cool.
It
So,
must have been super shitty because of how hot it was, but
It-
yeah.
it
no,
would've-
who
well, no,
cares?
no, it
That's a
would've-
fucking optimist right
it
there.
would have taken a
Like-
while too, because it there's no way it would have been like oven hot, but it would have been like
Hours probably. but
possibly. Yeah, but if you park your car in a hot area, going to work,
Yeah. Oh man, that's
Like,
so dope.
8 hours
Fresh
in like a
cookies.
150
Dude.
degree
When you
car,
come back.
fresh
That-
cookies when
okay.
you come back, your car smells like fresh baked cookies.
Whoever the fuck that guy is, that is exactly how I want to live my life. Like, I want to be the kind of
Whoever's
guy
watching
where
this,
it's
jot
hot.
this shit down.
Yeah, I want to be the kind of guy where it's like hot as fuck outside and everyone's miserable and sad and doesn't want to come into work. And I come into work like, guys, when I get out of here, I'm going to go to my car and be greeted by the smell of fresh chocolate fucking chip. Like, that is exactly how I want to spend my life. Like, doing stupid ass shit like that. Like, that is like just so, just pure
Okay.
optimism. Like, such optimism.
So if anybody that lives in Arizona does this, like that's gonna be the only bright spot in your fucking day.
Yeah.
So just get on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry for anybody that lives in Arizona, but goddamn, why? Like, why do you live there? Like, I've been to, okay, so we've probably been to
So
12,
fucking
12 or so states.
I don't know. It's
and
a testament to man's hubris.
fuck, dude. I've been through Arizona like many times, and I've stayed in parts of Arizona a little bit, but like not extensively by any means. And I can say beyond any shadow of a doubt that it is probably the shittiest state that I've traveled to. Besides, like, I hated Nevada. Nevada was so gross. But like,
And driving through Compton that one time.
that wasn't that bad for me. LA is disgusting though. I hate LA.
What we're discussing in LA is Anaheim. They have Disneyland surrounded by trash, and that's about it.
Yeah,
Disney
you
Island.
can tell Disney.
Fucking Disney Island, yeah.
Yeah, like Arizona to me is just like so disgusting. It's basically everything that I don't want. It's flat and there's no trees, and it's hot all the time. Like I bitch about like it being cold here a lot. I'm always like, God, I wish it was just like warm all the time and like I could just go out and it was summer every day. But no, fuck that. Like I've come to realize that like I fucking despise like the heat. I mean, I don't like. I love the sun and it's nice and everything, but if it's just hot outside, I'm just gonna have a bad day.
I wish it was like fall all the time. That would be
Like
prime.
and it is most of the time in Washington. It's mostly just fall.
It's mostly
man.
spring.
I dig that. Yeah, that's kind of true actually. It's like fall, spring.
It's like fall. It's cold like fall, but then it rains like spring.
Yeah. Washington's
Actually,
state.
it rains like winter. All the fucking time.
Yeah, because there's no winter here. It's just fall and then like
Oh,
pseudo spring, and then it's like spring.
What was the meme about the mountains where it's like...
Oh, okay, yeah. If you could see Mount Rainier... If you can't see Mount Rainier, it's raining. If you can see Mount Rainier, it's going to rain.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, Washington's cool. I love it. It's such an interesting state. Before I forget, dude. So yesterday, I want to first give Molly Moon's, the ice cream place, a fucking shout out. Cause like
Molly Moon? Is
yeah,
that Seattle?
Yes, because we were in Seattle yesterday after we went to the Mopop and we were gonna get some ice cream.
Jesus Christ! First
And
Charlie hooks you up, and then Molly Moon's.
Yeah.
Well, Molly Moon's didn't hook us up.
Okay.
It was just that it was so fucking busy there because we were gonna go to Salt and Straw, but Salt and Straw is pretty new, and it was a line out the door down the block. And I was like,
Salt and Straw?
Yeah, and so we were like, that's not happening. But then we went over to Molly Moon and the same shit was happening, but like their line was a little bit smaller. But then once we got in line, like 18 more people just like shuffled in. And so we're like getting ice cream there and they're just fucking slammed. And they have like 4 people working. They're like juggling ice cream. Like I swear to God, they're like tossing shit to each other like back and forth. And I'm just like
the fish toss, but with ice cream.
Literally like that, except more intense. And there's more people. And like, I don't know. It gets busy where we work, but never like that, where there's a line out the door and you have to like, literally just, you have to talk to people, make ice cream. Like, it reminds me of like when I worked at Drifters and it was 4th of July. Like that kind of shit where it's just packed and like there's people everywhere and they're yelling at you and demanding shit. And they were all so chill. Like, they were so nice and just cool and collected and calm as fuck. When I worked at Drifters and somebody would get mad at me, I'd be like, all right, like, there'd be like 6 people in front of me all asking for different shit, being part of different groups. And, like, the second somebody said anything, I'd be like, all right, man, like, fuck you. Get out of my face. I'm not serving you. Like, next person. Like, I would not give a fuck. Like, I was so done. I'm not the kind of person where customer service is, like, fun for me. I think it is cool sometimes, but, like, I'm not the kind of person that is like, God, I just love talking with people about, like, no, I don't like the hospitality industry for the most part. I think it's kind of fake, and it's just not something that I personally like. But they were just so chill. Like, I would have fucking lost it. Like, I would have been, like, having an anxiety attack in the back, like, just being pissed.
Well, maybe they were.
I'm sure they were. One
Just
of them,
good front men.
This woman that was there, she was like, I had like already been served and I'm just like waiting there, kind of standing there in line. And she's like, have you been helped? And her eyes were like so wide and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
I'm fine.
Like, you could tell any rational part of her mind had like shut off and she just went into like ice cream selling mode.
Full fucking customer service.
And so, yeah, and like we got the best service. Like, ice cream is so good and like it was fucking great.
That ice cream you got was like super fucking good.
Yeah, I got this thing called the vegan cherry chunk. And then there's this thing that you can get called chocolate hard shell. And I just thought it was going to be just like, hard pieces of chocolate. Yeah. But no, they like drizzle this chocolate on top and then it hardens like in front of you.
You've never heard of that?
I had never seen or heard any of this. Like, no.
Dude, you could buy that shit at Walmart.
Oh my God.
I don't think they have a vegan version though.
Yeah, theirs was vegan.
Yeah.
It was so tight.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And then they had vegan sprinkles too. So I got just like, I have a picture.
You took the picture.
Aren't sprinkles literally just like sugar?
Yeah.
Colored sugar? How are sprinkles not vegan? It's pretty cool.
I don't know. Some might have like maybe beeswax or something in them. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I feel like they're just shaped, colored, hardened sugar. Usually.
Oh, dude.
I don't know.
So our dad was talking to us about Salt and Straw or whatever. And because we were walking back to the car, which is like, we have to pass Salt and Straw. And he was saying that like, the people that work there aren't trying to get like everyone out the door as fast as they can so they can help the next customer. They're like, oh, how you doing? Just like, have you met my kid or something like that? And,
have you met my big kids?
Their kids like there selling ice cream. Salt and Straw's like a front for like child slavery. They're trying to sell you the kids. That's why they want to get to know you first.
But, we started talking about it, and like everyone there is just a salesperson for a different company. Like,
Oh yeah, dude. This is so like yeah. We're talking about.
Let me
how,
give you my mixtape. Here's all the information.
No, we're
on my
talking about,
startup.
like,
No,
major
check this out.
businesses.
So like,
Jesus Christ.
how Salt and Straw feels like when you walk in there is like you walk in and they're like, hey, like how's it going? Like it's nice to see you. So before we get to the ice cream part of this interaction, I would like to first see if maybe you'd be interested in my Herbalife scam. And then they start to just like peddle shit. That's what it feels like. It just feels like you're being drawn into like
and then
just a
we
fat
just, like,
fucking
the
sales
customer
pitch.
would be like, no, I just want some ice cream. Like, but have you like tried 23andMe? It just like go
just trying to,
on.
like sell this shit.
Over at Salt and Straw, just ice cream salesman slaps roof of car.
I love that meme so much, dude.
So like we were talking about after we're having this conversation about how Salt and Straw is like slow as fuck. No offense to Salt and Straw, by the way. It's just you guys cannot compare to Molly Moon. I'm sorry, you just can't. Molly Moon is so good, and they're, I don't know, they make you feel nice while getting you out the door really fast. That's all I want in ice cream. If anybody that is like curious about opening an ice cream shop is listening to this right now, I just want you to know, don't bullshit with me, man. Just give me my fucking ice cream and let me go. Like, that's all I want. Say something really nice to me and then give me fucking ice cream and then just let me leave. That's all I want. That's all anybody wants. They don't want more shit, okay? They don't want to, like, see pictures of your kid. They don't want to know about, like, your investments in fucking caviar delivery service. They don't give a fuck about you and your life. They just want your ice cream. That's all they're there for. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but, like, that's how it is. And, like, that's how it always will be. And that's just, like, the ice cream business. Dude, that's why ice cream trucks so popular.
Do you think Salt and Straw, like, they're actually given, like, fake personas? They're all hired actors?
They're like, they hand you, like, you get the job, and they're like, all right, you'll be
playing Frank.
Yeah, you'll be playing the character of Frank. Here's a script. I swear to God, if you go off of it, you're fired.
Now,
like,
now Frank is a vegetarian.
Frank has a little interesting political views. He's alt-right, and like they start like going into it. He's like, you have to work in the term libertarian as much as possible throughout the rest of your shift here.
Those goddamn libtards.
His interests include rescuing dogs, hunting in Africa.
It's like a
poaching.
It's a 23-page like script that you have to follow for every single customer that comes in.
He loves Southern food.
They give you like a prop car to drive. They're like, all right, your Honda Civic is no good anymore. You're gonna drive a Hyundai now.
A Hyundai.
And like, yeah, just like give you this whole persona. Fuck, that'd be hilarious. But like the whole thing with this is why I also believe that Molly Moon is such a good company. Not just a good company, but I mean they sell really well, and it's. We were like, we did this whole bit yesterday, and like basically what it came down to was like when I first started working at where I work now, Molly Moon would come and they'd be like, hey, you guys want to do any trades? Like, you want to trade food? And we're like, dude,
so
ice cream.
This is on Capitol Hill. This is like,
yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, dude, hell yeah, that sounds great. Like, we'll totally trade like some food for ice cream. That sounds fucking awesome. And so like we are trading like a bunch of chicken or whatever for like some fucking ice cream, and they give us like pints. They give us 2 pints, and like they just kind of keep doing that. Like they come back every once in a while.
For how much chicken?
I don't know. It's like however much they feel is worth it. It was a good deal.
Right.
Like it's fair, and we do that with a lot of restaurants around.
Like two baskets of chicken, 2 pints of ice cream kind of deal.
Definitely not that much, but yeah.
I don't know how.
I don't know.
I don't know what
currency.
Yeah, I don't know what the trade ratio is for chicken to ice cream.
But so here's the thing. This is what your dad brought this up, and I thought this was the fucking smartest shit ever. And it's because ice cream in a meal term is like the and. You know what I mean?
Like,
if you get done eating, like, because there's so many restaurants around Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
If you get done eating a burger or chicken or pizza or what the fuck ever, you're not gonna go and have another thing. You know what I mean? If you just got done eating a burger,
if you get done eating a pizza, you're not gonna go grab a slider.
Yeah. But what you are gonna do is go get ice cream.
Like, it's
people do that shit all the time.
It's
always
dessert.
It's always to cap off the fucking meal. And so you could be working at like the Katsu Burger place or like that Woody's place Little Woody's or whatever,
Katsu
or like
Burger.
any of the other
Katsu
fucking.
burger place?
There's a Katsu Burger place on Capitol Hill. Or
Oh,
like any of the
interesting.
other fucking joints that are around there, and like you could be trading around, and then some people will just like not be interested because they're like, nah, I already ate here, so like I don't need your fucking ramen or your chicken or your burgers or whatever. I don't care. Like I don't need any of that. But some dude comes by and you've just eaten an entire pizza, and they're like, hey yo, trade a slice for a pint. Fuck yeah, you're gonna do that. Like, of course
like-
you're gonna do that. You definitely want some fucking ice cream after you just ate your pizza. You know what I mean? Like, that is 100%.
I love how you say just trade a slice for a pint, and like you assume people are gonna think pint of ice cream.
Oh, yeah. I don't speak in beer, I only speak in ice cream. When I reference pints, I'm talking about the sweet creams.
I mean,
I'm
either
not
way, it
talking
sounds
about-
like a good deal.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Is that like people will eat ice cream no matter what. Breakfast,
It's like there's
night,
always room for ice
middle
cream.
of the fucking afternoon. No matter what you just did, you will eat ice cream. Like 100% after Thanksgiving, you'll fucking eat ice cream. What the fuck do people do after they just stuff themselves with turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy?
Pie and ice cream.
Fucking pie and ice cream, dude. Like, that is 100%. Ice cream is the cap to every meal, I swear to God. Like, you can eat that shit with
Dude,
pancakes.
what about
you can eat
fucking
that
cake?
shit on a picnic.
No.
Cake is... People get weird about cake because it's like, I'm not celebrating. It's not like... It's too filling. You know, ice cream is like... It could be light. It could also be heavy. You could do sundaes. Ice cream is the fucking key, dude. Ice cream is the key
Yeah,
to everything.
it's a pretty good like.
Dude, it's also more mobile than cake. You can't
You
take a
can
plate
do-
of cake with you, but you can do a cone of ice cream.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
it is
it's
like...
fucking genius.
It is just the everything food. It is like the all-star, the
we got-
all-purpose food.
Carter, Dad, and I, we all just got like super deep into it, and it's like, what did Dad fucking say? It's like we got runners.
Yeah, so this was the part that we were like, this is where it got for real. And like, we were talking about how Molly Moon, they trade with all these places around. Like, I can
Yeah.
tell that they just walk around. Because like, Molly Moon is
Do you think
relatively
that's like
close
a
to us.
job description? Like,
Here, wait.
Oh wait.
Hold that thought. You have no fucking idea. So like, this is my thought to begin with, was that like, Molly Moon is relatively close to us, but not really. They definitely walked to a few places before us. And I remember every time I see this one dude, and he walks around, and he has a backpack, and I'm pretty sure he's got ice cream in that backpack. And like, this
an
made...
insulated backpack?
Yes, like an insulated food bag. And this
Nice.
got me thinking about it, and I was like, alright, so like, what if, and here's the thing, what if like there's a position at Molly Moon, and it's not like a guy that works in the back, it's not a guy that sells the ice cream, it's literally like the fucking like, the cream peddler. You know what I mean?
The cream peddler.
And like, it's just a guy who like goes around and he'll go to like different restaurants, like different places. Cause I know this guy walks around. I know this guy travels and he goes to a bunch of different places and they just rack up like a feast and they bring it back and they refrigerate it and they eat for free for a month. I know that shit happens. And so what we were talking about was like, you know, imagine, okay, like picture this. You're on Craigslist, you're looking for a job. You go through like the job section, like in the food industry, and then pops up Molly Moon, cream peddler. It's not very specific. It's like, you know,
like very
when you
vague.
open availability, must be able to carry a backpack 50 pounds over 2 miles. Stuff like that. How good are your sales? It's shit like that. And then like, it's very vague. You go into the job and it's like literally just a fucking like sales pitch. Like, they're just talking to you about like how to peddle the cream, like how to get more cream, how to sell your cream for cream. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just attacking this, and I feel like they just got that game like nailed down. Like, they just understand how to like sell ice cream. And like, the whole joke was like, you know, what if they're just like going around and like they go to restaurants and they figure out like their shit is worth gold. Like, they can go to our place, they can go to like a pizza place, they can go to wherever and they can just like rack up food. So fuck the food, they start going to pawn shops, right? They're like, yo, I'll give you 3 pints for that fucking Glock 19 you got hanging on the wall.
Right.
They start going to the bike stores, man. They're like, yo, 20 pints, you give me that sick-ass Cannondale, I need a downhill bike, I gotta commute to work. You used to, like, and they start doing it. Like, they start, like, I swear to God they could do this. If some, like, you work in a music shop, you have, like, a guitar that's just not selling very well, maybe it's, like, a lower brand, like a Squire of some kind. and somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, I see you've got that Squire here for like a long time. The cream peddler, he walks in the door. I see you got that Squire there. It's been sitting there for a while. I'll offer you 25 pints, 30 pints for that.
Walks into the car dealership across the street from IDO. Dude, 1,000,000 pints for that Ferrari.
I'll give you 20,000 pints over 15 years for this Ferrari. I want the 458. I want it now. I want it in Ferrari red. Like, I'm not fucking playing games. I will give you all the seasonal flavors, any toppings you want. 20,000 pints, 15 years. Let's lock this shit down now. Like, I swear to God, that Ferrari, the Ferrari Maserati dealership, they'd be all over that. Their kids would be set. Fuck college when you have free ice cream for life. Like, you don't need you don't need to go anywhere in life. You can work the shittiest job, just have the worst existence. If you come home to Molly Moon every day, it's alright. Like, it's fine. Like, you don't have to worry about that kind of shit.
Christ.
The greatest part about this entire thing is the fact that, like, Molly Moon isn't mediocre. It's some, like, top quality shit, which just makes it all that much more better. Like, except for the salted caramel.
Except
Fuck
for the
that
salted
shit.
caramel.
Salted caramel is pure ass.
Have you ever had it? Yeah, don't.
I don't think I've ever been to Molly Moon.
It's not salted caramel. It's caramel salt.
Caramel
That's how
salt.
it's like, dude.
Nice.
It's utter trash.
This is the only, like, their flavors are so good. They have, like, a coconut chunk. They have a cherry
Honestly,
chunk
that's
so bomb,
the
and then
problem
they have,
with anything
this
like
green
ice
tea.
cream.
They have this green tea one that's so good. But this is the first flavor that I ever had, and it was the salted caramel. And it was literally, it's exactly how you described. It's carameled salt.
Well,
It's literally, it just tastes like someone took a bunch of salt and put sugar on top of it and caramelized it. Like, it's so nasty. It is a spoonful of salt.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with ice cream is like any amount of something like that, like something salty in ice cream, is gonna be overpowering as fuck. Like, whatever asshole decided that dipping French fries in a milkshake was a good idea.
Dude, no, that's a
genius.
heroic move. That's like the god tier of snacks.
No, okay, I don't know. Everybody seems to like it. I don't like it because every time, like, I've tried it before, and every time I do it, it's just the salt is overpowering.
You're doing it wrong, then, man.
Yeah.
You gotta scrape some of the salt off the fry. What are you,
Jesus
amateur?
Christ.
The fuck is this?
First off, you should get rid of most of the salt anyways because it's like so fucking salty to begin with.
What are you going to McDonald's and doing this? You fucking rookie?
No,
Jesus
dude, I did it at
Christ.
Wendy's once.
Wait, god damn it! No, dude, you gotta go to like Dick's. Like, if you're gonna do
There
Oh,
aren't
yeah.
any dicks around here. There's only
there's one in Seattle.
I know there's one in Seattle, but
Well,
not
if
on
you're
this
gonna
side
do
of the
fast
water.
food, do fast food like the right way though. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, don't get like Wendy's is. I mean, Dick's is probably not very good. I mean, their burgers like $1.80.
Like
There's
you might,
no way it's
you
like,
might as well be saying you got to go to Carl's Jr.
That's like,
There aren't any around here.
dude, Dick's is like, it's like across the water.
I'm not gonna go across the water just to get some dicks.
I think that wraps it up. I think that's probably the perfect ending to a perfect episode. Shit, yeah.
That's a great ending right there.
Cool. Well, yeah, this has been fun. Yeah, so we're planning on doing this like every week. This is like probably gonna be our new format. I think this is like a lot better. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I enjoy this.
This is
so
my
much
first
better.
time doing it. I don't know what your old format
got a
was.
virgin here.
It's
so
just like a normal
doesn't know
gaming channel,
anything.
like Game Grumps or something.
Yeah, it wasn't working out so well. This I feel like is a lot better. But
Right.
yeah, so yeah, we'll probably do another episode next week, and we'll just kind of keep doing it every week. And yeah, if you guys want to see like certain footage and also talk about certain stuff too, like feel free to comment. Like we're totally open to doing like whatever.
Yeah.
Feel free to slide into my DMs.
Yeah, slide like a slippery sex snake. Just go right into those DMs. Yeah. So, yeah. See you guys later.
Yeah, so
Alright.
it sounds like the ending of a fucking high school.
All right.
presentation.
Have a good day.